Hello everyone, I'm Kanishka Gupta and I'm currently pursuing my Bachelor's of Technology from IT department and I am currently in third year. The topic of today's video is conflict serializable schedule and today I'll be giving you a few examples on how to solve the problem. You can see this, I have made a schedule. I hope this is visible. So there's a schedule, and what is a schedule? A schedule is a collection of transactions. So to see whether this schedule is a serializable schedule or not, we have to make a graph, precedence graph. In this graph, we have nodes and edges, and these edges are the directed edges. To count the number of nodes, we can see the number of transactions in the schedule. Here we have 3 transactions, so the number of nodes in the graph is 3. So we can make the T1, T2, and T3. To determine edges and the direction of the edges, we need to see for the conflict pairs in the schedule. Always keep in mind, to find the conflict pairs, we have to see in the other transaction, not in your transaction. Fine. So where we can find the conflict in read write operation, write and read operation, write and write operation. So we have to see for this combination. Always take care that this conflict occurs for the same variable. Let's see here the read on x and here the write on z. There is no conflict because the variables are different, thus the operation performed are independent. So let's get started with the question. For the first operation is the read operation on x. We'll look for the conflict pair, that is write. So where is write operation on x? First here it is it is in the transaction T1. Thus this will not create any conflict. Okay. Then we'll look in the transaction T2. There is no write on x operation. In transaction T3, here it is the write on x operation. Thus there's a conflict. And we'll make a directed edge from the transaction T1 to transaction T3. Here we go. So now let's we have done with this operation. Let's check for read operation on z. So for the conflict, there should be a write operation on z. This will not cause any conflict as it is in its transaction only. And then we'll look for write on z. Here it is. It is in the transaction T. Thus, there will be a directed edge from transaction T3 to transaction T. From transaction T3 to transaction T. Okay. Now we'll see for write operation on z. Write operation can cause conflict with the read operations and write operations both. So we have to look for read on z and write on z operation. We'll not go upwards as we have already checked these two transactions. We'll only check on the operations which are downside the write on z. Fine. Here let's check for r of z. There's no r of z, so there's no conflict. We'll check for write on z operation. So write on z. Here we have write on z in transaction T2. Thus there will be a directed edge from transaction T3 to transaction T2. Here there is already an edge, so we'll not overwrite. Okay. So let's check for next operation, that is read operation on y. We'll check for w of y. It is in its transaction only. There's no conflict. This operation is not causing any conflict. We have checked this one. Now let's check for again read of y. The conflict occurs here. We found the write of y operation in transaction T2. Thus there will be a directed edge from transaction T1 to transaction T2. Here we go. Now let's check for the write operation on y. We have to check for both read of y and write of y operation. So we do not have neither write of y and nor read of y. So this is not causing any conflict. We'll check for w of x. We'll have to check for read of x and right of x. We have right of x here, so there will be a directed edge from transaction T3 to transaction T1. From transaction T3 to transaction T1. Okay. There is no read of x, so no conflict. We'll check for right of z. There is no conflict. We'll check for right of x. There's no conflict. Thus, our precedence graph is completed. Here, to check whether the schedule is conflict serializable or not, we have to find the cycle in the graph. Let's see. Let's see the graph. So this here the cycle is present from T1 to T3 and again to T1. So this is not a conflict serializable schedule. Fine. Now let's see another example. Here is the second example. Let's make the precedence graph. We have three nodes T1, T2 and T3. Let's check one by one. For right of x, we'll check for w of x. Any w of x, it's in its transaction only, no conflict. Therefore, let's check for r of y. We'll check for w of y, no conflict as it is in T3 only. Checked. Now let's check for r of x. We have to find w of x. Here it is. There is a conflict. There will be a directed edge from T3 to T1. From T3 to T1. Okay. Now next operation, that is right on y. We'll search for read of y. We'll search for right of y. That is, here it is. Now there is a conflict. That is, we'll make a directed edge from transaction T2 to transaction T3. From T2 to T3. It is done. Then r of z, we'll look for w of z. Here it is. And we also have right of z in T2 also. So this will not cause any conflict. This is not the conflict pair for r of y. So we'll take this one. That is in transaction T1. Thus, there will be an edge from transaction T2 to transaction T1. From transaction T2 to transaction T1. Okay. Check. Next, we'll go for right of y. Again, we have to look for read of y and right of y. Okay. Read of y. There's no read of y, no conflict. W of y, right of y. There's no conflict. We do not have right of y down there. Fine. Let's check for w of z. We have to check for read of z and right of z. We have read of z right here, so there will be an edge from T2 to T1. There we already have an edge right here, so we'll not override. We'll check for w of z. We again have right here in T1 from T2 to T1. No override. Next we'll check. Next we'll check for read of z operation. There will be no conflict as it is in its transaction only. Next, w of x, no conflict, no conflict. So we have checked all these two. In this precedence graph, we have found that there is no cycle. That is, no cycle and no loop. Thus, this schedule is conflict serializable schedule. This shows that there exists a schedule equivalent to this one, which is serial in nature, irrespective of the fact that we can find a conflict here, but there exists a schedule. So how can we find that transaction sequence which is serial in nature? To find that, we'll look on our precedence graph and we'll find the in degree. What is in degree now? In degree is the count of number of incoming edges towards the node. We have three nodes, and we'll look for the in degree, which we'll look for the node with in degree as 0. Fine, and remove all those nodes with the in degree as 0. Let's check. Here for transaction T2, there is no incoming edge. Thus, its in degree is 0, and we'll first go with transaction T2. Then let's remove this. Okay. Now let's see these two. We have T3. Its in degree is 0 again. So we'll go with T3. Then we'll go with T1. As we have removed this, there will be no in degree with T1. So this will be our final sequence, and this will be serial in nature. Fine. And thus we have now completed the two examples of the conflict serializable schedule and have shown you how to conquer the problem. So thank you so much. Have a nice day. Like, share, and subscribe.